A company called Healthe is leading the charge in developing commercial and consumer products that could be a game changer in the fight against COVID-19.
They use UV light technology to inactivate viruses and bacteria in the air and on surfaces. Joining us to tell us more about the company and their line of products is founder and CTO of Healthe, Fred Maxick. Fred, good morning.
Good morning, Frank.
Tell us more about UV light technology. We've heard about it, but how does it help to fight COVID-19?
Well, let me give you just a little background for a second here. UV light technology has been around for decades. We've known about UVC. We knew it killed bacteria. We knew it killed or deactivated viruses. What's new over the past decade is we have a new source for that technology, and it's called 222 nanometer far UVC. That far UVC is capable of deactivating those viruses like we know UVC can, but also can be cohabitated with people there. It doesn't harm us. It can't penetrate our skin and can't destroy or deteriorate our eyes.
And Fred, your company has some really cool products. We're going to focus on one of those today from your line called Cleanse. So tell us about this product. And it really would be beneficial for businesses moving forward. What does it do?
Oh, yeah. So we have a product called the Cleanse Portal. And the idea of this Cleanse Portal is it allows people to walk into a space, an office space, a retail space, stand under it, spend a few seconds under it, turning around, lifting their arms so they don't shadow their sides. And it will actually take that virus, that bacteria, or any of those pathogens off your skin, off your clothing, and off the packages you might be carrying into a space when you enter. But also we'll do the same thing before you go home. So you could come home with the security and safety that you're not bringing anything from where you just were back home with you.
And just to reiterate this, when we hear UV light, we think about sitting out in the sun and you think, oh, wait a minute, if I get too much, that's not good for my skin. It could be dangerous to me. You're saying that you've overcome that.
Yeah, so there's been some amazing science and great research over the past decade on this. Professor Brenner out of Columbia University and others of his team have been studying this in terms of it does not damage the skin, it does not damage the eyes. It is a human-safe form of far UVC, right. And therefore we can use it for all its benefits in terms of how it handles bacteria, how it handles viruses, but not affect us adversely.
All right, let's move to the commercial product called Downlight. Tell us about that.
So the Downlight is a product that actually can go into any ceiling, any drop ceiling, any 6-inch can, or even hang freely from a pendant. And the idea is that it provides the light that the can or light normally had put out, but also gives us this far UVC that can clean our surfaces, our countertops, and our air.
You also have another consumer product. It's called the Cleanse Tote. What does that do?
Yeah, that's a more common product, and the idea is that that's something where if you want to come home with your cell phone, or if you happen to be having a mask with you, you can take that home, you can unzip this, you can put things in, and it will clean it using a more standard form of UVC because we don't get exposed to it.
Amazing. And then you have a product for your car that's coming out in the next 6 weeks to 2 months, I'm told. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, so that product's a little different. So this is actually one of the early prototypes of it I'm holding here, and the idea is that it mounts to the car roof and actually has a sensor on it to see occupancy and a sensor to see distance, and actually provides the right dose in that back seat or in the car environment between passengers if you're an Uber or a Lyft driver or a taxi driver. And it will clean that back seat, that front seat, or any of those areas of the doors while you're either in the car or if you want to prefer it when you're not in the car.
And Fred, what's the reaction been to these products from businesses, from individuals?
It has been amazing and gratifying. There's been people who are just calling us almost daily to see what we can do for them, and a lot of opportunities with things we haven't even considered before. Yeah. But also just great response. We really want to help people get back to normal, be able to live their lives again in the safety that they want, but also give them freedom to go to the places they still wanted to go to.
Wow, what innovation. For more information on Healthe, it's Healthe, and the commercial and consumer products that they offer, you can go to healthelighting.com or follow them on Instagram. Fred, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.